Welcome to our third class of English, 12th grade. Aprender a estudar em casa. Today we're going to talk about a different topic, but before that, remember what we've talked before. First, we have talked about environment, something that you have studied in 10th grade, and we revised new vocabularies. And the second class also was all about new vocabularies. I hope you did your homework and you talked to your English teacher so that you can do the correction of your homework. My name is Alina Sancha. I am the English teacher, as you see. And I'd like to tell you, remember to stay home. It's very, very, very important. The virus is spreading very quickly, so follow all the directives. For today, we're going to see a grammar topic. So we're going to talk about passive voice. So to talk about passive voice, we have to remember that we have sentence in active voice and sentence in passive voice. When a sentence is in active voice, who is important is the person who does the action. So active, focus on who does the action, and passive voice, what is important is the action itself, not the person. The person is not important. So let's see what is very important in passive voice. We have to remember that passive voice is formed verb to be plus past participle of the main verb. So, this is the form for the passive voice. Verb to be conjugated plus past participle of the main verb. Okay? So let's think about the verb to be. The verb to be has to be in any tense. Any tense you have, the verb to be in active, in passive, the verb to be goes in that tense. The main verb you had in active goes to the past participle. Para recapitular, vamos ver a fórmula do verbo da voz passiva. A voz passiva sempre é feita como o verbo to be, no tempo em que o verbo estava na ativa, mais o particípio passado do verbo principal. Ficou claro? Ok. Agora vamos continuar com outros detalhes da voz passiva. So, we have here a sentence. We have brands use celebrities. This sentence is in active voice. So, what we have? Here we have the verb to be in, the verb use in simple present. But there are some changes that we have to do in passive voice. For example, the subject, brands, usually becomes the agent of passive. And the object means complemento, usually becomes the subject of the sentence in passive voice. So the sentence in active voice goes brand use celebrities. And in passive voice, we have celebrities are used. So we have the verb to be in simple present plus the verb use in past participle. So celebrities are used by brands. So by brands is the agent of the passive. Now, here we have some changes that happens when we go from active to passive. So we have seen that the object becomes the subject. That's number one. Number two, the active verbs remain in the same tense. It doesn't change the tense. The active verb remains in the same tense, but change into a passive form. What is a passive form? Is the one I've told you here, verb to be plus past participle, okay? So the subject of the active sentence becomes either the agent or it only disappears. When does the subject disappear? Vamos ver quando é que nós vamos omitir o agente da passiva. Omitimos o agente da passiva quando o agente não é essencial para a compreensão da frase. 2. O agente da passiva não é importante. Por quê? Porque é geral, é um agente da forma geral. Eles, pessoas. Então nós não precisamos dizer por pessoas, ok? E nós usamos o by mais o agente da passiva para dizer quem. E o with quando nós temos um objeto. So, it can be used by plus agent or with plus agent. By plus agent when it's someone. With when it's something. So, here we have again the same thing but in details for you so that you can go step by step. We have active and the verb use in present simple. We have passive voice are used, present simple passive. It doesn't change. It didn't change. It's the same tense. O tempo verbal não mudou. É o mesmo tempo verbal, só que é o presente, mas na passiva. O verbo to be no mesmo tempo que o verbo da ativa estava. E depois nós temos aqui o verbo auxiliar, que é o to be, mais o particípio passado. Nunca podemos esquecer do verbo to be quando fazemos a passiva. Outros exemplos que nós temos aqui. School has given us useful skills. School é o quê? School é o subject, é o sujeito. Useful skills vai ser o direct object. E nós temos us, que é um pronome, que vai ser indirect object. O que é que nós temos aqui? Nós temos uma frase com dois complementos. O complemento direto e o complemento indireto. Quando nós temos dois complementos numa frase, o que é que temos que fazer? Vamos escolher o complemento indireto e esse complemento indireto é que vai passar a ser o sujeito da frase na passiva. So, we have us transforma-se em we. We have been given useful skills by school. Então, quando temos dois complementos, o complemento indireto passa a ser o sujeito da passiva. Tá claro? Já tomou nota? Ok. Então, vamos continuar a nossa aula. nós temos aqui o resumo do que eu falei antes. Ativa has given. Então, o presente perfect, a passiva, vai ser has ou have been given. Nós vamos aplicar a mesma regra em todos os tempos da ativa para a passiva. O verbo to be, depois o verbo principal no tempo em que estava na ativa. Então, tenho aqui um breve sumário de todos os tempos verbais. Vou-vos dar 2 minutinhos para copiarem e já passamos para outra parte. Temos aqui todos os tempos, exemplos na ativa e exemplos na passiva. E isso vai vos ajudar a lembrar como se faz a passiva. Okay? Are you with me? Have you finished? So let's continue. So we have here to note. It's very important. So I want you to take notes of these notes. Okay? The notes say the present perfect continuous and the present perfect continuous are not normally used in the past. In the passive voice, these two tenses, present perfect continuous and present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous. Present perfect continuous and past perfect continuous do not go to passive voice. So don't use it. Forget about those two, present perfect continuous and past perfect continuous. So we can also use the verb get instead of be if we are talking about everyday life. For example, instead I say I was stuck in an elevator and start panicking, I can just say I got stuck. Okay? But this is only details for you. So I'm calling your attention because you can hear it. Essa apenas detalhes, estou-vos a dizer, vocês podem ouvir e dizer, a professora não nos ensinou isso. Ok? So, podemos usar o verbo get em vez do verbo to be, quando é algo que acontece normalmente no dia a dia. Ok? Ok, vamos ver exercícios. Eu vou-vos dar 2 minutinhos. Eu tenho já os verbos conjugados lá em cima. O que é que eu quero que vocês façam? Nós temos aqui o exemplo. This building was made by an Irish company. So, eu só quero que vocês usem o verbo to be. I want you to use the verb to be to complete the sentences. So we have 10 sentences, if I'm not mistaken, because we have more sentences in the next slide. I give you 2 minutes to copy this, and then we copy the other sentence, and then we have another 3 minutes to do it. Remember, anything that you don't understand in this class, you can always see the class again, and you also have your English teacher at home that you can call, you can text, you can send a message on a messenger. Whatever you do, get in touch with your English teacher and take your doubts, okay? Talk to your English teacher. So, have you finished? So let's correct the exercise. I know that you have done it well because you are very good students. So let's see how it's going to work. David Copperfield is written by Charles Dickens. 3 rooms, you did it well again, have been painted in the house so far. Each year, the best student in the class is given. The best student, just one student, that's why we use is given an award. Only one report has been finished this morning. So the next sentence is, I know that you have done all the 10 of them, so let's correct all of them. So a lot of my relatives think, yes, you're right, were invited to my graduation last May. Joseph has been employed at the company for 5 years now. Joseph. The first Lord of Rings film, yes, you got it right again, was released in 2001. Number 9, visitors are, excellent, you are very good students, I'm so happy with you, are asked not to touch the exhibits in the museum. And the last one, the music for Phantom of the Opera was composed by Lloyd Webber in 1986. So, we have done all our class for today. I hope you understand it, and I hope that you are happy with the classes. So, this is our third class, Aprender a Estudar em Casa. And today what we did, to summarize, we talked about passive voice. What is passive voice? Generally speaking, the passive voice is the verb to be in the same tense of the active sentence plus the past participle of the main verb. So, in generally, that's what we've seen. And we also saw two tenses that don't go into passive voice. Present perfect tense and past present perfect continuous and past perfect continuous. Those two sentences, okay? You did exercise and you did very well. And now we have our homework. So the homework, we have this that says Mr. Taylor hadn't been to his hometown for many years. So he wasn't in the hometown. He came back and there are some changes that happened in the hometown. So I want you to make sentences, to construct sentences as homework, 5 sentences, to talk about the changes that have happened in his town. Okay? So, bye-bye, see you next class, and remember, stay home, wash your hands all the time, and keep social distance.